Thank you. My name is Nicholas Rios Brisk. I'm from Region 7 here in Mi'kmaq, but I currently reside in prisoner of war camp number 11. You know it as Pabino First Nation. This is what reserves were created for, to be prisons without bars. We were brought up and raised in these prison camps. It is a horrible thing when you do not have mobility rights. In my lifetime, and I'm only 70 years old, we were not allowed to leave the reserve, to go to another reserve, to visit family, unless we got permission from the Indian agent to tell them what our business was, where we were going, what route we were taking, how long we were going to be gone, and we had to take the same route back. If we deviated, we were locked up, and this is part of Canada's history that people wish to remain hidden. Now, we're here for freedom and liberty. The revolutions in culture have taken place in the vocabularies of technology, psychology, medicine, politics, and law. It is possible for modern-day judges and political party makers to use the terminology of historical treaties and other historical documents to be redesigned to a legal framework of their own making and to their own liking, but almost always at direct variance with the historically accepted meaning of the terms. I'd like to quote Professor Ronald Chris John in Manufacturing Consent. Manufacturing consent, the idea that in a democracy where you can't actually beat people into submission and get away with it, people have to be persuaded to do the wrong thing. That the consent to go in a particular direction that power wants you to go is a matter of rhetoric rather than one of, well, we're going to let insightful, thoughtful, deep-thinking population make up its own mind, and that's the direction where we will go in. No. If you are in power, you don't want people, you people making up your own minds. You want you making up your minds. That's what power does. So, you have to manufacture that consent. That's end quote. The right to consent. One of our rights being breached is the right to consent. Native people have not consented to our lands and resources being stolen.
Right.
Bill C-51, when Harper was Prime Minister, has imposed a system of mass surveillance without a whiff of disclosure or debate among the citizens that are supposed to hold them democratically accountable. Mass surveillance makes one a prisoner of the mind. Equality. I'd like to quote Cindy Blackstock. Incremental inequality, for some reason we have become okay with small increments towards equality for natives, that we should be grateful that we are not as unequal today as we were yesterday. Yeah. Inequality is not something to be dealt with incrementally, but with a leap and a bound. Education is not the priority. Equality and justice are the priority.
Yes!
Discrimination is when the government says, you are not worth the money. End quote. All people are equal, but some people are more equal than others. It's the most powerful politicians and financial elites in society who should be subject to the rule of law, but they are not because it is too disruptive and divisive. It's more important to look forward to the common good. This exempts the most powerful from the consequences of their criminal acts. Colonial Indian policy. 2 objectives. 1, acquire native lands and resources, and 2, reduce the financial obligations to native people. What is missing in dealing with native issues in New Brunswick are the facts. New Brunswick political parties cannot fix the problem. How can you, the political parties, be the doctor when you are the disease? It is important to note that our poverty is not a byproduct of your domination, but an essential element of it. Our poverty is not an accident. It is intended and systematic. Self-determination is a remedy to colonization. It is not a domestic institution to be determined by colonial governments.
Just turn this way. Just a little bit. There we go. I think it'll get worse.
Wow.
Too close? You want to come down there?
Okay.
There we go!
Thank you.
Try it again? It's working? No, not working.
Not working now.
Check. Thank you.
Check it.
It's off again. Hey, babe.
Full horn here.
Full horn, full horn. Yes. Yeah, let's do that. Full horn. Someone's going to give you a different mic. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it.
Her friend wants to talk to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nope. Turn it on. Nope.
I'm from that. Share this video.
Hold her in. She's up full volume. Hold it in.
Testing, test. Can you hear us?
Yep.
You hear us?
You got it.
Hold that in until it clicks all the way. Just keep it held in.
Hello?
That's it.
Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Self-determined.
How do I hold that thing? I'll hold it for you.
Saw it on my way.
I'll hold it for you.